Happy New Year, everyone. Thank you very much for being here today in person and on Facebook Live. We'll now begin the New Year's Day service, Ganjit Sag, or we can call it Hatsumode. Please follow us in prayer. Jido Hairei. Mediation Prayer, page 2. Let us seek the sacred mediation of Yami Konko Daishin, sincerely and wholeheartedly, each and every day. May we receive the mediation anew with all our hearts and souls on this day, this very moment. Yami Konko Daishin Sama, Yami Konko Daishin Sama, Yami Konko Daishin Sama, Yami Konko Daishin Sama. Purification Prayer. Through the way of mediation, may our sincere apologies be acceptable to you, our divine parent. We acknowledge our mistakes and misunderstandings, arrogance and ignorance of your divine favor. We apologize for all our shortcomings and irreverences from past generations. Guide us to amend our way of living to reflect your divine will, with a pure, joyful, and loving heart, always one with you. Kami Prayer. Reverently we pray. The brilliance of heaven, the riches of earth, time flows without cease, years pass without end. In heaven and earth, the light that nurtures all. In heaven and earth, is the truth that orders all. For this wondrous one, for these wondrous works, let us praise and chief Kami. Let us praise the divine parent of the universe. Kami loves and cares for all humanity, all those who live in heaven and earth. To revere Kami as a divine parent, to live in Kami's infinite blessings, this is the way. Yet many, not knowing the way, are lost in greed and selfishness. They suffer the cycle of misfortunes, great is Kami's sorrow. Our founding father, Konko Daishin, suffered many trials in this world, but held fast with faith and sincerity. Received Kami's great blessing and began a life of mutual fulfillment for Kami and humanity. Humbly we pray. The divine parent's great wish was also fulfilled. Konko Daishin accepted the call to mediation. that leads to the mutual benefit of common and humanity. By day he taught the way of faith to all who sought him, expounding the blessings of heaven and earth, and he knew not the coming of night. By night he prayed for those who grieved, seeking salvation for all who suffered, and he knew not the dawning of day. The years passed and the world changed. He did not wait for favorable circumstance, the divine task of mediation. Thus was given the sacred tension of his care, the guiding principle for all of daily life. The divine favor was thus renewed, and blessings flowed universally, establishing the way of eternal prosperity, the way of mediation of the Untitled. By this wondrous revelation, we are given knowledge of the way, through all the hardships of this world, to gain a body and soul. The way of mediation teaches us to turn our hearts to come, without regard for day or night, whether we are near or far. The way of mediation teaches us to pray with total trust. For being unaware of divine favor, we offer our sincere apologies and pledge to mend our ways. Let us live our faith every day, seeking and rejoicing in your divine favor. Let us care for those in pain and guide them to the way. Let us guide those who are lost and lead them to a life of purpose. Come be fulfilled in us, we are fulfilled in coming. May this way of mutual fulfillment be manifested in this world. May harmony with peace and the well-being of all people be fulfilled. So we humbly pray, so we earnestly pray. 지도 계획 이봐야 행정 프리다.
30歳祭司竹山君も賢き池上金光大臣天地金の神の前に金光教会協会長足神貸し神も申さず頭の年の初めの今日の祭の豊坂の森30歳使いますがとす足深れの我が天地金の神の神御徳天地に道渡り物皆を生かしよろずのこと一つの得たまい脇でも人間を神の愛しごと目で慈しみ差別の人の立ち行くことを願いたまいて教祖木谷金光大臣に豊杉を下したまいそは御業は代を重ねて受け継ぎ表され世の人が次々に救い助けられ教会は国の人に生まれ教団の働き年とともに進展しったり会議で山市に輝きったのは賢とも賢しこの教会においては当然本部広前の会議例のまにまに池上金光大豊杉の御が使いたましよろずの営みの上にあずき観察くがうり新婦王者もろもろは金に立ち行く大御へくがうりここに2026年教祖お世話により212年立教161年阿江教100年和比亜教会教86年の新春を迎え玉石は働きないことをみんな彼新しき年の初めを子供に祭ると見舞いに見け腐るたの試すものを備え祭りでお願い祭るおつの様を平らにあすらにご示したまいと申す各使い祭りでの大作は我が教師の君御身いよいよ使いましましご神願の上に 教団としての今日までの絶え間なき歩みの本領を土台さらなる発揮神がけを始めたまい本部広前を初めて勉強一人一人の教会皆極み本校大取り次ぎの広前として警戒とる気をもとい各種の活動をして人を助け育て道を伝え広げていく働きを日々に新たに増しめたまいこれの教会においては初代教会長高橋安吾氏がご信任を守り本校教踊り教会初代児玉正幸氏菊江氏の御取り次ぎの働きを受けて本校教甘い教会本部教祖広前の手続きを通してお批判の地においてお石の布教を始められている86年の教会の愛の上におかげかわり今日まで天地金の神を助けてくれそのご神願成就の内容としての教会の存続活動のおかげを受けた大きなを関わりおようにお使いいただいていること私のどうぞ在籍教師ご信用をいただいている信奉者の身の上にまた地域社会の活動の上に教師育成の上に格別のご都合恩恵やせをいただき教会小活動の上に特に英語教の推進地域社会への働きかけ宗教者集会若葉の育成のものになるの上に大きな働きを大出大使はありがたいことの表現になりけり在籍信奉者諸々は神様のお恵み技の中に生かされて生きている神の氏子としての自覚を踏まえて信心をそしていただいたものとしての自覚を持って信心生活信心の生き方に取り組ましめる前今日までの恩でおテーマとして取り上げて一人一人がそれぞれの家族が地域社会が教会がいただいてきている天地海の神様のおかげの自覚をもとに信心をそしていただいたものとしての生活を通してご神願成就のお役に立てていただく内容になせていただきますようお願い申し上げます。また100年を迎えるハワイ教区の生活の活動の上にも教区全体生を添えて立ち行きのおかげをいただください。さらに申し上げますことは世界の各地においての自然災害震災等で命をなくされた数多くの方々の御霊のお召しだと上にまた世界各地で描いている数知れる人間の難儀の様子の上にご神願成就としての平和への歩みの上におかげを仰ぎめたまえ等しく神の愛しいことは人間は天地の御恵みをやりがしとり互いの命を尊びで政治、経済、教育をはじめ人間なべての営みを天地の道にお続け進め世界の平和と人類の助かり実現にふさわしくを始めたまい世界各地で各々の働きことを思いいただいためすべての人々の上に安心立ち行きの大御嶽やかわらしめため各で全教をこぞいて神と人と愛をかけよで立ち行くあり方を世界権限との神願成就のお役に始めた上と神導き神ひとためとかしこみかしこみを申す。
often by members of the community, President, Vice President, David, 玉串を先に飲みまして。
I do it with my mom.
Recitation of Kenji Kakisuke, page 6.
いがみ本校大臣天地金の神主に願え我が世が心にあり今月の日で頼み Pray sincerely with all your heart, divine with honey. Comes blessed
begin within, hearts grateful and caring, in harmony and joy. Look to come always, now and forever, on this everyday prayer. いや日本語大事に神の話になれおかげは心にあり今月今日で頼み Praise sincerely with all your heart be one with Him Come blessings begin within hearts grateful and caring in harmony and joy Look to come always now and forever on this everyday prayer Adoration Prayer, page 7. We lift our eyes in awe for heaven soaring above. We lift our eyes in awe for heaven soaring above. We bow our heads in prayer toward our adoration deep. Living in such gifts of promise with giving, how happy and grateful we are. The mediation of Konko does not stop for us a single day. The protection of the divine parent is grateful far and wide. The blessings of coming flow without limit to all generations. The ways of coming are mysterious and wondrous beyond our understanding. Day by day, every day, earnestly and reverently, we praise the virtues of coming, we honor the power of coming. Shintoku Sanji, page 29.
仰ぎ祭れば天高く
仰ぎ祭れば天高く愚がみ祭れば主は厚し神の恵みに生かされる日の幸いぞありがたき我が生き神の本取りすぎ時もかぶる時のなく天使の神の守りときしかきの枝手なしか慈しみはよろずよにあまねく満ちて果てしなくか計らいは薄しくて人の焼き祭りてひたすらに神の御影をたたえますら神の入れを踊りますら喜怒哀憐喜怒哀憐 Mitama Prayer, page 12. Spirits of those who have gone before us, you are given the gift of life in this vast and endless universe. You discharge your spirits, each according to your span of years. You remember each economy, your lives retold from generation to generation. Honor the foundation of our society and the roots of our families. There is a serious working upon you. You enter the Konko faith. You walk the way of Konko Daijin, respecting the will of the divine parent. You announce great merit in your faith to speak to the world beyond and into your descendants. Our gratitude is boundless for your loving fear. dearly as the ancestor spirits of our homes, the only one Spirit. We beseech you, stand by us, each and everyone, to see the favor of mankind, and help us to fulfill our tasks as people of the freedom. Protect us, guide us, teach us, that we may never live with your faith, that we may have down to all generations, that we may live in peace and prosperity within our homes. Protect us, guide us, and teach us. 児童入り上心でこの兵器境に恋灰差し止めるからその分に承知してくれ。外家業へ出し農業へで人が願いで呼びに来戻り願いが済みまた農へでまたを呼びに来農業する間もなしした人も待ち両方の差し支えに相なるなんと家業をやめてくれぬか。その法42歳の年には病気でしも手を離し心配いたし神仏に願いおかげで限界いたしその時死んだと思うて欲を離して天地界の神を助けてくれ。家内もお気になったと思ってくれ。僕よりもし物言われ相談もなり子供連れてごとごと農業をしよってくれ。この方のように実に丁寧神信じいたしおる事故が世間に何本も難儀なお事故ありこい次助けてやってくれ。神も助かり氏子も立ち行く氏子あっての神神あっての氏子繁盛いたし、それぞれ親にかかり、子にかかり、愛をかけようで立ち行く。Let's read page 70 together, the divine message received on November 15, 1859. This is the English translation of what I just read. With the completion of the sacred task, all enemies are conquered earlier. Please understand. When you are out farming, the person at home has to go out whenever someone comes to get a request. And after you relay the request, you have to go back out again. You have to keep going in and out of the field. This is a real time for farming. The worship will also wait for you. When the worshipers are being inconvenienced, won't you stop crying? When you were greatly ill at 14, the doctor gave up hope. Everyone worried about you. You prayed to the coming said who does were blessed with complete recovery, regardless of event as your death. Still all desires and assistance she can overcome. Also, your wife should consider herself a widow. It's better than being a real widow. She should still talk to you and discuss things. She should take the children with her to be the farmer. There are many people like yourself who have sincere faith in Kami, but still have many problems. Help these people by performing mediation. This will help Kami and save people. People exist because of Kami, and Kami exists because of people. Thus, Kami supports people as Kami's children, and people support Kami as their parent. Build eternal prosperity through Ayo mutual interdependence. And let's be the Konko Faith Art Creed, page 73. The Konko Faith Art Creed. We believe in Tenshi Kane no Kami, the divine plan of the universe. Our founder Konko Daiji embraced Kami's revelations and divine mediator answered the call to eternal mediation. Our continuing goal from moment to moment is to realize Kami within each of us. We are fulfilled with Kami. Kami is fulfilled with us. The happiness of everyone is Kami's greatest wish. We give thanks for Kami's blessings, mysterious, wondrous, and mundane. Blessings begin with our own hearts filled with happiness and joy. We pray wholeheartedly to Kami, today and every day, trusting Kami as our loving parent, finding peace of mind. We live our faith in service to Kami, each other, and our world, nurturing and nurtured, mutually fulfilled. Revere those who have gone before us, spirits one with Kami, caring for us eternally. Respect and appreciate other paths taken by humanity towards mutual fulfillment. Hi, good morning everyone, and Happy New Year. Thank you all for being here today for our New Year's Eve service. Last night, me, Clayton, and my husband, and my brother David, the two of us, we were helping my mom peeling the vegetables for the osechi ryori, the New Year's cuisine today. So a part of what you eat today has our love inside. and while we were peeling the veggies, I don't know why we came up to the subject, but all of a sudden we're talking about this church, and it's getting old. We have electrical issues, lots of termites, and this structure is, reaching almost 100 years old. And it's not going to last forever. And we have like a rewiring issue, and then I called many electric companies and asked if they can rewire our church. And they said, oh, your place is too complicated because it's residence and part commercial, so the permitting will be insane. And if you have $100,000, yeah, we'll do it for you, but I don't think you have that much, so we don't. And I was told that. I was like, sheesh. Well, I guess that's the truth. It was going to cost that much to rewire the whole place. And I called at least 5 to 7 electricians to see if anybody could rewire our place because it's getting very old. All of them declined. And it just was a setback for me. And it just made me feel so negative. And we're like, oh no, this church is just gonna last as much as it's gonna last. And it's the future seemed kind of bleak to me almost. But David, while he was peeling the vegetable, the daikon, he said something that really made me feel really happy. He says he's been thinking about in his mind, we have to rebuild this church. And when we're going to rebuild it, it's going to have a ramp. So it's going to be handicap accessible, wheelchair accessible. And we're still going to have the basement, he says, because he loves that basement. And he says, we don't want it to turn out like that Jehovah's Witness church down the street. There was a Jehovah's Witness church. And my brother David used to race with the sensei of the Jehovah's Witness. He would go running around the block. And when he reached our street, the sensei of that church, and David would be playing outside, he would always race. And he was so fast. And he's a pretty old man, but he would race up and down the street with that sensei. But when he passed away, there were no successors for that Jehovah's Witness church. And it closed down, and now it's just somebody's house. And we're like, I don't want this place to become somebody's house because we can't take care of it, because we don't have enough money, because no one wants to take over. And I didn't want any kind of setback preventing this church from being what it's supposed to be in the future. So this place, what we have right now, has been a donation from the Noguchi family and a lot of other people who envisioned it in the beginning. It was a vision of like, oh, we want this bigger church structure, because the original Wahiwa church was in Kilani Avenue, 901 Kilani Avenue. It was just a tiny little room, I think. But the members of the congregation wanted something a little bit more bigger to accommodate more people. And they had that vision, all of them. Everybody had that vision. And now we have this structure right here. So now I want each and every one of you to have the next vision for this church. I don't know when we can ever rebuild again, but without that initial vision of, you have that blueprint in your head, like what do you want where, it has to be very crystal clear. And if everybody has that negai, that wish, then it's going to come true somehow, some way. So while I was listening to David, while we were peeling the vegetable, this is really good. I was really happy. I didn't think he had that kind of thought. But he was actually telling me he envisions a new church every single day. He's like, every day I'm envisioning. I was like, oh, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. And I should be doing that. We should all be doing that. This is not just my church. This is all of your churches. We're just caretakers of this church. So each and every one of us plays a role in the future of this church. So I told him, okay, well, we're going to have to send somebody to Gakuin and Amagi Church, his son, right? And he said, no. And I said, huh? But he said, well, I don't know. We don't know what the future holds, right? Maybe he might end up going to Gakuin. But maybe it's one of you that's going to end up going to Gakuin. Who knows? So I really like that wish for the New Year's. Well, anyways, today I want to share with you, before that, I want to thank each and every one of you for the mochitsuki help from the day before, Uncle Ball rolling, and in the day of. We couldn't have done it. This is the 34th year we've been doing mochitsuki. And mochitsuki, again, it began with a thought, like, oh, we want to do mochitsuki. Actually, it's Randy's thought, because San Francisco Church does mochitsuki. And we're like, we should do mochitsuki in Wahia Church, at Wahia Church. So it was an initial thought, and we didn't have funds. So like the first usu, the mortar, you know what it was? It was a trash can. Did you know that? It was a trash can, and we all have the remnants of it at the corner over there, actually. It was a trash can my dad bought at Ace Hardware Garden. He took out the bottom of it, flipped it over, poured cement, and put like a stainless steel bowl on top of it. And it looked unsightly because it did look like a trash can. So my dad put wood panels on it, so it looks a little bit more nicer. And if we didn't have the kine, the mallets, we couldn't afford it. What do? We cut down our guava tree. And then our avocado tree. And those are the beginnings. And we mustn't forget the beginnings and that initial thought. So I want to thank you, Randy, for those thoughts that carried us to 34 years. And now, his son, he's doing the ondotori, the flipping the mochi. They're learning from little kid time, pounding, so now they're just flipping the mochi. How awesome is that? When I saw Nicholas flipping the mochi, I was like, wow, we have the new generation already. And all these kids have been coming from when they were little. They're all grown up now. And they're professionals at what they do, making their own mochi, pounding it and just watching the elders and learning. So I really love that, and I really wish that we can keep that tradition alive. And today's message, sorry, I'm not getting to my real message today. It's not going to be that long. Okay. But anyways, 2025 wasn't the best year for everyone. Like, a lot of people struggled, got sick, like their education was like a struggle, relationships was a struggle. A lot of things happened last year. But this year, we're going to make an effort to have a fantastic year, and what's in your heart is going to decide that, because you're going to be the driver of your year. So recently, I watched a short YouTube by my favorite Hindu monk, Dandapani. You should check him out too. I'm a follower of his channels. He's amazing. And in this channel, I listen to his video from time to time, and this one particular video, it really touched me. It made me stop and think. So in this particular video, he said something that really stayed with me. He said that your mind is a mansion. It's a mansion, your mind. And you're like, what do you mean it's a mansion? It's not a little studio apartment, not a cramped little room with no windows. It's a mansion with thousands of rooms. Okay, imagine that. Now each room represents a different experience, a different emotion, a different state of mind. There's a room for gratitude, for joy, for contentment, excitement, hope. But there are also rooms for sadness, anger, jealousy, regret, despair, fear. And then he asked a really powerful question. Which room do you spend most of your time in? In that mansion, the 1,000 rooms. Which room do you spend the most time in? And when I heard that, I had to pause, because the truth is we don't just visit some rooms. We move in, we unpack, we rearrange the furniture, and sometimes we don't even realize how long we've been there. Some of us go into the room of sadness very easily. Some go to the room of into that room so automatically and head to that room of worry. Some of us feel very familiar with the room of self-blame. And the question is not, have you been there? Because we all have. We all have. The real question is, why do we keep going back into that room? And why do we stay so long in that room? When you enter a room, do you shut the door behind you? In other words, do you trap yourself in that room? Have you had one bad interaction ruin your entire day? One comment somebody gave you? One stink eye somebody gave you? One memory that suddenly pops up and you're like, oh, I don't like that person. And before you know it, you're no longer present. You're locked into that room, replaying it over and over and over in your mind. And here's another question that really hit me. Do we let other people decide which room to go in? Think about that. Somebody says something careless and suddenly you're in the anger room. Somebody ignores you and suddenly you're in the rejection room. From somebody from years ago, they still have the power to pull you into that dark room. They don't even know they're doing that. They don't even know that. But somehow they have the key. It's like, why are you giving them the key to your mansion? Why are you letting them have the key to stick you into that sadness, anger room? Don't let them do that. You hold on to that key and you're in control. And so I was listening to this video and another thought came to me. And Dandapani didn't mention it. He didn't mention this in the video. But I know for sure mansions or any kind of house has what? What does it have? Very important room. It's a bathroom. Bathrooms. And that's where Konko Kyo, this faith, came into mind, because life produces waste. It does. It doesn't matter if you're rich, poor, old, educated or not. Spiritual waste, emotional waste, mental waste, it's unavoidable. Unavoidable. Completely. Every day we accumulate things in our hearts like frustration, hurt feelings, disappointment, anger, resentment, fear, exhaustion. And just like our bodies, our hearts need a place to release what it no longer serves us. And that's exactly what Toitsuki mediation is. That's this area right here. The Toitsuki is the bathroom of the mansion. We don't have to act like we don't need to go to the bathroom. It's not about weakness or pride. It's a totally normal part about being a human being. We produce waste. You eat something, it has to come out, right? You can't just hold on to it. You can't. If you don't go pee the whole day, you have to go to the ER. And we don't have to act like we don't need to go to the bathroom. It's not about weakness or pride. This is a totally normal part about being a human being. But Toitsuki is a place in any Konko church where we go and unload what we can't carry anymore. It's where we stop pretending we're fine. It's where we don't have to be polite or strong or put together. We bring our spiritual ways to Kami and say, I can't hold on to this anymore. Please receive it. And here's the important part. If we don't release the waste, we cannot enjoy joy. If we're holding in resentment, gratitude feels forced. If we're holding in the anger, peace is going to feel fake. If we're holding in the grief we never processed, happiness is going to feel so far away. We are never meant to store waste. We were meant to release it. I recall a time when I was depressed. I lost a lot of weight. I went down to like 104 pounds. I was not mentally okay. And when we're not mentally okay, we don't feel like eating anything. Although it was a process, I purged out all my thoughts at this area that was bothering me. And through many months of mediation, it's not just one session, I started to see the light at the end of the tunnel, and my appetite returned, and food was once again really delicious. Now too delicious, now I gotta try to lose some weight. And I could love myself again, and I could love my life again. I could take my life back. Another thing that really stood out for me from this idea of the mansion is this. Some rooms are locked. You own your own mansion. The room is already yours. It's beautiful. It has sunlight. It has peace. But something is preventing you from entering it. It's like a mental block. Maybe it's a belief like, I don't deserve to be happy. I should be over this by now. This is just the way I am. It's never going to change. Or I can't forgive this person or what happened. I can't let it go. So even though a room of peace exists, we never step inside. It's locked all the time. Instead, we spend the entire day or years cycling through the same dark room over and over again, holding grudges, replaying old wounds, carrying things that happened decades ago. Can you imagine that? Holding on to your doo-doo from decades ago. That's kind of gross. That's like entering a room in the mansion that's really dark, cobwebby, dusty, dirty. And here's the hardest part to admit. No one locked us in there. We did. We chose to stay. We chose familiarity over freedom. Because even pain can feel comfortable when we lived in it for long enough. But just because a room feels familiar doesn't mean it's where we belong. Kami never intended for us to live in the room of despair. Kami intended for suffering. Kami never intended for suffering to be your permanent address. And suffering happens to everybody. But suffering is not our home. And this is where Konko Kyo's teachings is so compassionate, because we are never punished. Kami-sama does not punish you. We are not condemned. We are guided toward understanding what true blessings really exist. And when we truly know that we're blessed, our behavior changes naturally. We don't cling on so tightly. We don't steal. We don't harm. We don't resent, because we won't need to. Because a heart that knows that it's blessed has no reason to grasp. So this year, I would like to invite you to gently ask yourself, which room have I been spending most of the time in? Is it the room of worry, the room of regret, the room of compassion, the room of resentment? And then ask yourself something else. Is there another room I haven't visited in a while? The room of gratitude, the room of contentment, the room of trust, the room of prayer. And finally, I ask this, and I'm asking you, have I been using the bathroom, or have I been releasing what I carried? Or have I been trying to be strong alone? Katoitsuki is always open, and Kami-sama never locks the door. No one's here to judge you, not even Kami-sama. There's no judgment in Konko-kyo. We're always welcoming to come as you are. And maybe we just need to unlock one door, flush what no longer serves us, and step into the room filled with light. Because the mansion of your mind is so vast, and life is too precious to live in just one dark corner of the mansion. You are capable of creating the most wonderful, beautiful, comfortable room in all your whole mansion, and the possibility is endless. You can create your own safe place. And when I heard that our mind is a mansion, it excited me, and my feelings of worry, I immediately imagined myself opening the door and coming back to this Wahira church, and when I feel where I feel so comfortable and so safe. So what is your safe place in your mind? Did you create it? You can create one today. And what is going to be your safe place? An arcade corner, a natural onsen hot spring, like when you open a door, what will you see inside? Is it a game room? Enter those rooms that have been locked up all this time. Discover the many, many rooms in your mind mansion, and let's make this year worthwhile for you, and make your life worthwhile. Thank you very much.
Thank you for your attendance. Happy New Year. At my church, where I was trained, they started saying, "Omedetou gozaimasu" every single day, not only for the New Year's Day. Everything when they meet at the church, they say, おめでとうございます for the day. And the one thing I want to share with you about, or listening to Edna Sensei's message, we can build a new church if we have enough financial resources. But it's quite difficult to educate people to become true believer. When I was in Tokyo, instructor, Shiana, so we cannot educate people to have a good health. We can educate people to become doctor and can gain academic status, higher education. But we cannot educate to people develop good-hearted people. When I listen to Edna Sensei, we can build the church building, but we can hardly educate people to become true Konko believers. It's only through your progress of faith. The only way we can have this kind of true Konko believers. I have spent 48 years, and this year I'm going to 49 years. When at the initial stage, I pray to Kami-sama, but when we perform monthly service, we want to get one new church members. I pray. And I realized, oh, this is impossible. Then I changed my mind. Maybe once a month, I want to have a new church members. I pray this way, but it is also impossible. Then I changed 1 year. I want to get new people, new believers. So it's quite difficult. For some reason, new people come over here. Then somehow the people slow go away, silent. So the number of people attending is almost constant same. It's a very interesting phenomenon. But as I change my mind, in 10 years, I want a new church members. This maybe could be realized. I believe. Anyway, the way to say thank you to Kami-sama is the best way to thank you to Kami-sama is to bring new people to church. Let the people become Konko believers. This is the most appreciated way to say thank you to Kami-sama. Anyway, I want to end my speech. Thank you very much. ありがとうございました。天地がつけ。やみごんこ大に天地神の神信じないおかげは心にない本の信じるかなめ Sincerely with all your heart, with what will come, come in presence in anything heart, grateful and caring, and how we enjoy. Look to God always, now forever, on this great day. Pray. もう一回言いますか。
はい。
もう一回ナンバーワン。Page 100,
Number
number 16.
number 16. Okay, Chang.
はい。
One.
102 page, number 16. はい、どうぞ。
There you go. Okay, yeah.
麦わら筋 number 16. They say a sick person gets better and better, but this isn't the case. It's actually Kami's presence becoming more and more.
17. It is said a strong will can pass even through a rock. Your single-heartedness can make any request come through.
18. Even while practicing faith, you won't come across only good fortune, there will be misfortune as well. When you meet misfortune, take it like your hand showing its backside. Receive divine blessings for it to turn to the front side. According to a Japanese metaphor, the back of one's hand signifies misfortune, and the front side signifies good fortune.
19. People practice faith, and some say there were divine blessings, while others say there weren't. But after practicing faith for 10 years, anyone can receive divine blessings.
Don't do anything you think is wrong.
21. Pray even at the moment of death.
22. Monetary offerings, however large, will result in divine blessing.
23.
Offerings don't bring divine blessings.
24. For whatever sickness, receive divine blessings by not following food restrictions.
25. Regardless of how wise or virtuous, a person is never able to decide when to be born and when to die. It is only after birth and before death when he concerns himself with such things. Any place, date, or direction convenient for people is auspicious. Kami doesn't use the days and directions to trouble people. 26. There is an useless child among five. The parents will love the child even more. For Kami also, he loves those with less praise more. Practice praise and receive divine blessings. 27. Suki. People won't help you right away if you aren't always on good terms with them. For Kami-sama also, he won't help you in emergencies if you don't practice things like this.
28. Sugi, come here. We'll need to give thanks.
29. Don't invite others to go to worship with you. They will complain that your invitation caused them to use up their money to go to worship. This won't bring divine blessings.
30. Instead of going through the trouble of sitting in your chair and taking a bath before coming to worship, you can worship right at home. It will be the same. Therefore, you didn't come here so often.
以上。
皆さんおはようございます。ハッピーニューイヤー。明けましておめでとうございます。We're going to sing four songs. Page 57、新人の栄光からです。よろしくお願いいたします。 68. Page 46, Shining Merriment, white paper.
before we go down for lunch, we're going to play Tenchi Kakesuke and Whistle.
ピラミコンコ来人天神の神主に願え彼は我が心にあり今月の日でたまえに Pray sincerely with all your heart you want me to come his presence begin within heart grateful and caring and becoming and joy look to him always now and forever on this very day pray
食物は
皆人の命のために天気の神の付け与えたものぞ大衆退職するは夕食のもとになるぞ食物は我が心で毒にも薬にもなるものぞ何を食うにも飲むにもありがたくいただく心を忘れなよ愛の情報を願え愛を作れ何事も愛がもとなりAll food provided by Sensei kind of comes to sustain our lives. Let us be thankful for whatever food we may enjoy. Pray for good health, good health is the foundation of all things. ピラミコンコーライ様、キリシタの神様、ありがとうございます。
ありがとうございました。
ありがとうございました。Thank you for joining us. Just some announcements. This coming Saturday, the January 3rd, 10 o'clock a.m., we're going to be pounding 2 batches of mochi at the Ritz-Carlton. If you want to help, we'll be there from like 8:30ish, and just 2 batches up. And another announcement, January 4th, Sunday, we're going to already have Kagami Biraki. It's a little early, but mochi toasting party after the Sunday service. So if you want to join us, please do. We'll eat mochi in all kinds of ways. So, oh, and the New Year's party general meeting will be on Sunday, January 25th. And that day we'll begin the service at 10 o'clock a.m. Thank you. Have a good New Year.